Hey, I feel like falling in love. How are we doing, Star Fam? How are we doing? Hey, how are we doing? So today I am playing catch up. Okay. I'm watching everything. I've currently took a break from watching The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. I'm about to binge the hell out of Married at First Sight to be able to catch up with you guys because I want to talk about it tomorrow. So I'm like just watching a lot of stuff, and I finally caught up on 90 Day Fiance and Bachelor in Paradise. And girl, I was just like, we have got to talk about this tonight. We have got to talk about this tonight. I could not wait. So thank you all for joining me. I know you are probably hella busy. The holiday season is coming. I know that this is probably around the time where some of you are leaving or probably have left. I'm about to get out of here in a few days myself. Hey, Faith. Faith said, LOL, Batch in Paradise was a mess. Eliza. The fact that we all knew what was going to happen but Eliza. We all knew. We all knew. Blue Jay said, hey, Miss Nikki, how was your day? It was good. Thank you so much. I came running when I saw Thanksgiving, which I'm shocked is next week. Yeah, I'm shocked too. Like, this is the thing. I'm normally set by November 1st for Thanksgiving, right? It is stressing me out that I am not in Atlanta right now putting everything together. Thankfully, my mom is there and, we're corresponding over the phone about things. But I am so stressed out that I am not there because I have to see it, right? I have to see what I have. I have to see what's in stock. Like, I have to be there. I have to be there. Like, I am, when we go into November, my Thanksgiving is set up. Ah! Try not to get stressed out. But Blue Jay is talking about my second channel. I put up a video today on my second channel, Nikki.Star at Home, where I share tips on how to prepare for Thanksgiving. I'm doing one now for the week before. Next week, I'm going to do what to do the week of, and just, share what I have learned, and just, give tips on how to help you guys get through Thanksgiving with as less stress as possible. Hey, Kimberly. Kimberly said, I love your reviews, Nikki, but I stopped watching 90 Day when Angela tore up Michael's car and hit him. However, I will always watch your reviews. Thank you so much. Thank you. This is honestly, just a dedication because I know this show is coming to an end. And I want to, just still stay consistent with it so we can get into the tell-all, because that's going to be interesting. Hey, Miss Gigi. Miss Gigi said, just tucked my daughter in for the night. You are always right on time, Nikki. Hey. Thank you. Hey, what's up, people? Hey, Joy. Joy said, hey, Nikki, I was just singing Beyonce. I have not listened to anything else. That's insane. That girl put her whole behind in that album. I have not listened to anything else. It's so bad that it's to the point when I get in the car, my family is just like, oh, we know what you want to listen to. Like, they just put it on instantly. Ciao. Alex said, hey, Nikki. Hey, everyone. Hey, Alex. Thank you so much. I hope it was helpful. I have made a lot of mistakes. So I hope it was helpful. Hey, Mari, how are you? Hey, F. Usher. F. Usher said that video let me know I am not prepared for Thanksgiving. That's why I put it out a week before. You got time. You got time before it gets crazy. You have time. Miss GG88 also said, have you been watching 90 Day Fiance Single Life? Natalie is a mess as usual. No, I haven't been watching it just because I'm just overwhelmed. I'm overwhelmed with reality TV shows. And then there's some other stuff that I want to get into it with you guys. Like I want to start getting back into like movie and scripted television reviews. So I'm catching up on stuff like that. You know what I mean? So I think I've reached my reality TV capacity. I think I'm just going to stick to reviewing the stuff that we've been reviewing for years. Tia Bia said, just breathe, Nikki. We got this. I know that's right. It's just, I can't stand not being there. I can't stand not being there. Thank you, Black Gal. Thank you so much. Hey, NTR. NTR said, hi, fam. Just what I needed to get some late evening work done. Thanks, Nikki. You're so welcome. You are so welcome. So the first review we're going to start off with is 90 Day Fiance, to get that out of the way, because I feel like I'm going to spend more time on Bachelor in Paradise, because I just had more to say about that. So let's get into 90 Day Fiance. The first couple we are going to talk about is Jenny and Summit, also known as Jenny and Summit. So Jenny's daughter has come to India to visit her. Jenny's daughter and daughter-in-law have come to India to visit her. And I mean, what a time to visit her. Because the day that she decides to visit Jenny, Jenny falls off of a chair trying to put things, she was putting her home together. You know how it is when guests are coming over. You're a bit extra. So she was putting something up and she fell off the chair and hurt her arm. And the reason why I said what a time for her to visit is because if that was my mother, right? If my mother moved to a foreign country with a younger guy who I never trusted, and when I finally saw her after not seeing her for almost a year, I finally see her and she's all bruised up with bandages on her body, talking about she fell, baby, we would have a whole problem. We would have a whole problem. I was like, I know Summit was stressing, because how could he not? How could he not, right? So anyway, Jenny's daughter comes and, she sits down with her mother and Summit, and she's like, listen, you have to start choosing my mom. Like, my mom has done everything. She has sacrificed so much to be here with you in India, and your family is just doing too much. And you know what? At this point, I agree with her. At this point, I agree with her. I was really, I was really being respectful of Summit's culture. However, at his big age, he has to be able to make a decision, right? If you want this woman to stay in your life, then you are going to have to do more. You, like, what he is doing, in my opinion, is just not enough, right? Your mother, you invite your mother over, she constantly disrespects your wife. Your brother says that he'll stand with you, and then when you get in front of your parents, he folds. Like, you just have to do a bit more. And I get that your family is very important, but so is your wife. So is your wife. And you, at this point, unfortunately, your family is making you choose, and you need to choose your wife, in my opinion. So I was here for Jenny's daughter. She was just like, you got to back my mom. You have to step up to the plate, and you have to make sure that she is comfortable, that she feels safe around you and your family. Why? Because you brought her into this community. So you need to do what you need to do to make sure that your wife feels protected by you, because that is your role as a husband. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Summit, also known as Sumit, hasn't done any of that, right? He hasn't provided. He hasn't protected. The only thing he is doing is laying pipe on Jenny and bending her all kinds of ways, messing up her hips. That's the only thing he's done. Jenny, you sacrificed enough. Come home. Come home. Oh, God, let's get into Kim and Usman. I binge watched the last 2 episodes, and I just want to say this, Kim. You could not have paid me enough, blackmailed me enough, tortured me enough. You would have been waterboarding me for years before I, at my big age, get down on one knee, first of all, and propose to a man, period, right? But propose to a man who last episode told me that I was ugly and old. I could not believe that she proposed to that man. I was like, girl, do you remember what he said? Remember when he said that she was ugly and old? Like, what are you doing, right? And I think that, I don't know, I won't say that she has a humiliation kink, but I will, right? Because something is going on with Kim. Because Usman continues to embarrass her, and she continues to stay in this relationship, and she continues to expose how dumb she has been for this man to her son. I don't know what that is. It's so weird that you do not allow your child to be a child, right? Because your son is your therapist. He's your bodyguard. He's your father. He's probably your freaking provider, you and Usman. Like, I just feel like he is just not able to just be your child. Like, why are you calling your child, right? A human being that you pulled out of your vagina and reared up. Why are you calling him and telling him, oh, guess what? I proposed to Usman. Yeah, the younger guy that told me that I was old and ugly, him, I proposed to him. I know what you're gonna say. I know. Why are you calling your son, stressing him out like that on camera? Something not right. Something is not right. Anyway, so Usman's mother sets up a meeting with Usman and a potential bride. I believe her name is Farida. She's gorgeous, gorgeous young woman, 18 years old. Ah, I listen, it's not my culture, but as a woman, I just felt some sort of way. I was like, yeah, oh, poor baby. But, she said that she was excited to possibly be his wife and, bear his children. I will say, I like the little spice that we got from her because Usman was just like, so, I'm not sure if I'm at that stage right now where I want to pursue, marriage right now, but I would like to get to know you. She was like, yeah, I don't know you. And so I'm not ready to marry you at all. This meeting was for us to see if we get along. I was like, I know that's right. I know that's right. She was just like, I'm not desperate. I need to get to know you too and see if I want to be your wife. This is not a done deal. So I like little Farida. I still think, or Farita, I still think that I would want her to, I know it's not my culture, but I just would not want her to be wife at 18. Again, I understand, not my culture, not my business, but it's just how I felt. I will say I was very shocked that Usman's mother and Farida's mother allow this to be filmed, right? I felt like this was such a sacred and private matter. I don't know what the producers or Usman said to them to allow for this to be filmed, but I was very shocked that the mothers agreed to this. Very, very shocked. Anyway, Usman's mom finally gives Kimberly her blessing. And I think the only reason why Usman's mother gave Kimberly her blessing to marry her son is because she still thinks that this woman is going to be wife number two. But Kim thinks that she's going to be wife number one. So there's still like this confusion. Usman hasn't made a real decision. We know that he goes back and forth with Kim. So we don't know what's going to happen here. I'm lying. We absolutely know what's going to happen. Usman is not going to marry this woman. He's just not. He's going to find a reason to frustrate her again, saying that his mother and his culture and his family wants Farida to be the first wife, and then Kim's going to be upset and not go through with it, and then Usman is going to find somebody else to bring on the show because he probably has a 10-year contract with 90 Day Fiance. So we all pretty much know what's going to happen here, but Kim doesn't. And that's the thing that bothers me because at first I thought that she was in on it, but now I'm like, oh, you're a super fan who think that you got chose. That's not the case. You're a super fan who got picked because you would be easily exploited. I wish that you were in on this because this is going to be heartbreaking when, it all falls down. When it all falls down. Usman's mom was just like, I give up. She was just like, I give up. He keeps on asking, so I'm allow him to do it. But he needs to take another wife so that he can have my grandchildren. She don't give a damn about his happiness. She said, I want a legacy. So get another wife. Anyway, let's move on to Shaida and Bilal. I will say, when I begged this show to give me Black love, I didn't realize that I needed to be a bit more specific and say, hey, can you give us Black interesting love? There is nothing interesting about this couple. There is nothing interesting about them. I'm so bored, Bilal and Shaida. I'm bored. It's the same old storyline. I am bored. The only interesting thing that happened was that Bilal got sassy, which is it Shaida? No, Shaida. Shida's really good girlfriend. But this is the thing. We all know how Bilal is, right? So Shaida is in New York. She is visiting her really good friend. Bilal joined her on this trip, and they have a sit down with the friend. and the friend is just, doing friend things, right? Saying that she's looking out for her girl, you know what I mean? What is her friend's accent? Can we talk about that? I was like, what is this accent? I know she's Trinidadian, but there's a mixture. There's a lot going on. When she speaks, I hear so many nations. But anyway, she's just basically checking in on her and saying, Bilal, you have to step up, and you gotta look out for my girl and make sure she's okay because I'm watching you. And honey, I hear everything that you're saying. You are too damn late. That's her husband. That's her husband. All this stuff you should have said when he was courting her. All this stuff you should have said when he DM'd her. Now they are good and married, trying to have a child. All this stuff you're doing is a bit too late. So I was on Bilal's side when he was getting sassy right back with her because he's just like, I'm the husband. Like this whole speech that you're giving me, too late. The deal is done. We are one. Like, I get Shida's girlfriend and where she was coming from, but mom, you too late. And if that's really your good girlfriend, why didn't you have this conversation with him before? Why are you having it with him now when she has his last name and is trying to have his baby? Too late. Too late. You need to have this conversation with her in private without him, because at this point, the deal is done. The deal is done. Although Bilal and Shida are boring, right? Watching paint dry is more interesting. I did get a little chuckle when they first arrived to New York, and I thought that Shida was saying that New York smelled like coochie. I was like, is she saying ussy? But she was saying that. But she was saying that in Trinidad, that word means that a pot of urine or whatever. And she was saying that that's what New York smells like. And it does. I feel so bad. I love that city. But when you are away from New York and then you visit New York again, whoo, that piss hits you right in your nostrils, burns the hair out of your nostrils. That piss is strong in New York. If they take care of the rats and the piss and the rent hikes, be a perfect city. A perfect city. You know what? I'm just not interested in this storyline because it's sad, right? But when they do give me something, I do like to talk about them. So Jovi and Yara. I can't believe this, Yara. I've been on Jovi's side this entire season. I've been on Jovi's side this entire season. I will say Jovi kind of bothered me a bit when he brought his weird little friend, can we be real, his sex tourism friend. Because Jovi, the way you were describing you and your friend, how y'all used to leave work and then you used to go into town and get all these girls, it was giving sex tourism. Anyway, he brings his friend along because he wanted some reinforcements, right? And so his friend was in town, and so he brought him to a dinner with Yara. And he's just like, well, I want him to go on the trip with us to Germany because Yara is going to Germany to see her friend. And he's like, I want my friend to come. And I think that Jovi is doing this because he wants a companion, right? He wants somebody who speaks his language, who is on his side, who understands his frustration, because Yara is just being unreasonable and she's being completely ridiculous. She's being completely ridiculous. Ukraine is in a war and is about to go to war. Your family is terrified and you want to move closer, right? Closer to the action to be with your family. Right now, you need to be trying to get your family to America because that's where it's safest for now. For now, girl, we got a lot of enemies. But right now, that's where it's safest. So you're telling this man that you want to get an apartment in Prague and stay in that apartment for a significant amount of time with his child. How does that make any sense? And you've never considered him. You've never considered this man. You've never asked him your opinion. You went out with your mother and started looking for apartments without even mentioning that to your husband. Completely disrespectful. Completely disrespectful. You are one flesh. Everything about you has come together, right? You guys are joined together all the way, spiritually, mentally, physically, and legally, right? You both have created an entire human, and you are out here moving like you're a single parent. You are out here moving like you are a single parent, like you are the lead character on a Reba show. You got a whole husband who is willing to, who continues to provide for you handsomely. I can't. And I've never been on Jovi's side, but I'm on his side this time. The only thing that I did not like was when he brought that friend, because I felt like Jovi had a conversation with his friend. I don't feel like, I know. Jovi had a conversation with his friend, and basically his friend vomited everything out that Jovi said to him on Yara, so that his friend could take, so that Jovi's friend could take the heat and not Jovi. It just was a bit like, it was a coward move to me. I'm like, anything that you need to say that is very important, you should be able to say it to your wife. You don't need to get a buffer and have somebody else say it to your wife, because that just shows that there's communication problems on both ends. But still, Team Jovi. Still, Team Jovi. That friend, something up with him. He just gave me very creepy vibes. Very, very creepy vibes. I was like, okay. Okay, let's end with Michael and Angela. Last week's episode, Angela was having a rant, falling out, saying that Michael used her just so he could have sex with her. I aspire. I aspire to have this woman's height of delusion, right? Because you can't tell Angela that she's not Beyonce, right? You can't tell Angela that she's not a raging racist. Like, she is so delusional about how she moves and how she is perceived in this world. And you know what? Bravo. Bravo, because up there in La La Land, it's safe. It's safe. When you come down to reality, it's rough out here. It's rough out here in the real world. So, have your fun and live in that La La Land where it's safe. So anyway, on this episode, Michael finally decides to delete his Instagram. Oh, first of all, before we get into that, shout out to Michael. Shout out to Michael. Congrats, bro. Oh, no. Oh no, I gotta get more battery. Oh, there it is. Oh no, that's a gun. Oh, the gun is oh my God, the gun is the only one working? Oh, the clapper is broke. Why isn't my clapper isn't working? Everything but my clapper. So everything on this side. So it's this. Oh my gosh. We had a good run. We had a good damn run. Anyway, shout out to Michael. Congrats. You finally made it to the United States. There have been fan sightings of him and Angela in Atlanta at the local Walmart. Boy, you are in for an experience. You are in for a special kind of American experience. My God, today. What part of Atlanta is she in? Ooh, ooh. Anyway, Michael finally decides to delete his Instagram to appease Angela. And I hated that, right? I absolutely hated that, because here is why. That's his way of making money independent of Angela. And Angela wanted him to, forced him to delete that Instagram, because she knew that he would be independent. He would be independently financial. He would be set financially independent of her. And she knows that that is the only way that she can control him with finances, and control him with the possibility of American citizenship. It's a straight control, manipulation, and abusive relationship. And 90 Day Fiance keeps on bringing this couple to us, and I'm like, I feel like at this point everybody is saying we don't want to see them. Everybody is saying that, but they continue to bring them back like they are the Jay-Z and Beyonce of the franchise, and they are not. They are not. I will say I did have a little chuckle when Michael gave Angela his phone, because Angela was just like, "Oh, thank you for deleting it. Let me see your phone." And he was hesitant in giving her the phone, and I was like, "Dude, you don't know what you're doing. Just hand it right over." When you're hesitant, that's going to make her look even harder. So she's looking through his phone, and she sees a message or a call from some girl named Angel, and Angel was also the one that he called his person on Instagram. To my Nigerian subscribers, do you really call people your person as like in a friendly way? Please let me know, because that's what Michael said, and I just want to know if that's the truth. Anyway, Angela calls Angel. And she's like, hello, why are you calling my man? Why are you on my man's phone? I was with Angel. Angel was like, what? And hung up on her. Angela was like, I don't need this ghetto mess, and hung up right on Angela. But when Angela was making the calls, Michael was like, oh my God. Oh my God. And I'm like, dude, why do you even give this woman any ammo, right? If she wants you to delete the Instagram, or if she wants you to stay off of your phone, there are so many ways around that, right? If I were you, I would have a family member run my Instagram, but I would also have the access to the Instagram, but I will put it in a private or a shadow app, right? An app that looks like something, but it's actually my Instagram account. I will put it in something like that so that you can still be on there, so that you can still interact, so that you can still make money. And if Angela sees that, say, oh, that's not me. That is my cousin that is running that. Like, that is a fan page. That is not something that I do. That is an easy way for you to still make your money, to still, maintain your fan base and expand your fan base, but also not allow yourself to be caught by the overseer, right? By your overseer. So there's ways around it, but I don't know if you know that. I do not know if you know that. Unfortunately, I want to end with this. Michael, what is your exit plan? You need an exit plan. You cannot stay in this for too much longer. Do you guys know how long he has to be married to her to officially become an American resident? Like, what does he have to do? Because he needs to have some kind of exit plan. I can only imagine the amount of abuse that woman is going to, apply to him now that she has him on her territory. Oh, I'm terrified for you, but you know what? You chose this willingly. You had several opportunities to bounce, but you decided to stay. You're a grown man. It is what it is. That's all I wanted to say about this episode of 90 Day Fiance. What do you guys think? Let's get into it. Tracy, thank you so much for the super chat. There it is. Tracy says, Nikki, you prayed to not be the face of cotton. And look how we all ended up. You have to be specific. Sorry, family, please like the live. Yeah, you're right. You are right. My God, today, I couldn't believe it. I was like, God, I just didn't want to do that commercial. I ain't want all of this. Miss Gigi said her friend is Trinidadian, but she lives in England. Okay. So it's a mix of the two, because that accent was all over the place. All over the place. Tia Bia said she lives in London now, so she has a Caribbean and British accent mix. Okay. Miss GG88 said, right, her friend was doing too much. Bilal was giving her back the same attitude she gave him. Yeah, Bilal matched Shida's friend's energy. And why wouldn't he? Like, he's her husband at this point. There's nothing that you can say. It's over. Like, he's won. There's nothing that you can say. You got to let that go. Tia Bia said, I think Kimberly has low self-esteem and feels lucky she even got someone like him. Yeah, I think so too. I also think it's the same thing that is happening with Jenny. Like, when we first met Jenny in Summit, also known as Slamit, she continued to talk about how this young brown guy from a foreign nation was attracted to her. So I feel like it's the same thing with older men and younger women. It's the same thing with younger men and older women. These older people feel special, right? It makes them feel good that at their old and, raggedy age. I did not mean to say that. But you know what I mean? They're older. They're a little bit more decrepit. They don't have the looks like they used to. The skin ain't as tight as it used to be. The titties ain't as supple. Now that they, look this way in time has taken a toll on them. The fact that they can, snag somebody 30 or some odd years younger than them, it's like, it's a feather. Yeah, a feather in their cap. It makes them feel special. So I think that's it as well. And then it helps Usman's situation that he's also somebody that is fairly successful, right? And I think that's also a turn on for her as well. That also makes her feel good that she was able to get a guy like that. But I also think that there's something going on, right? I think there's something going on with Kim. I don't think it's just low self-esteem. I think it's something else. I think it's something else. That young man was so stressed out. Like his mother just stresses him. He was the adult in that situation, right? He was the parent in that situation. As soon as his mom said that to him, he rolled his eyes and he put his hands in his head because he has been doing that his entire life with this woman. He's been raising her. She ain't been raising him. Like, when is he going to get a break? When is he just going to be able to be your son? It's too much. It's too much. Drewski said, yeah, Kim needs to let her child be in the child's place, aka out of your business. I absolutely agree. I absolutely agree. Hey, Busola said, hey, Nikki, hey, Star fam, coming in with a like. Thank you so much. Please make sure you like the video, Star fam. Blue Jay said, when I was younger, woman proposing to men was cute. As I got older, the more and more I clutch my pearls, especially if that man called me old and ugly, right? When she got down on one knee, I was like, Kim, what? We saw what happened prior to this. Like, what about that moment made you think, yeah, that's my husband? Ciao. Yep. Yep. Oh, I thought it highlighted. Hey, Spenty, talking about for Farida said, what's wild is that she's 18 and more adult than Kim. Yep. I will say, when I saw that beautiful young woman, I was just like, Kim's going to put her through hell. I mean, I don't believe that the marriage is actually going to go through with Kim and Usman, but just thinking about there's if they ever meet up, if they ever get to that point and they ever meet up, she's going to put her through hell. She's going to be extremely nasty to her, and I do not want that for Farida at all. I don't want her to be with this old man, and I damn sure don't want her to be harassed by this old white American woman. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No. Miss GJ88 said, where is Kim getting money to send Usman home every 3 months? She will agree to everything at this point. I think that's also a gotcha, right? In the marriage contract. Because I think the family knows that. I think the family knows that she don't have it, right? So when she cannot commit to that contract, that's an easy out for them. That's an easy out. You cannot do what you agreed to do. So before, because I would not be surprised if they say, before we even allow this to go through, we need to see his plane tickets of when he's coming home for the year. I could see something like that happening, and I could see, Kim flipping out, and then all of this is falling apart, and Usman going along with it because he does not want to marry that woman. He does not want to marry her. It's Latasha said, not just take care of the rats, piss and rent. Those sound mighty important. LOL. New York City needs to get to it. Yeah, the reason why I need them to take care of it is because I want to move there. Like that. I'm definitely getting a condo there. I'm looking at 2 areas, but you see what I'm going through in Atlanta with the bugs. I can't do the rats. I can't do the rats. That's too much. Get it together, New York. Get it together. Hey, Mama. Hey, Mama Star. Mama Star said, hi, Nikki.Star. I miss you. You look so pretty. I miss you too. I'm going to see you soon, Mama. And girl, we got to go straight to the market. Ciao. Roro said, I'm done. Shida, I'm done with Shida, especially after she bad mouth New York. Yes, it smells like pee, but you'll get used to it. Listen, even with the piss smell, New York is still that girl. Period. Busola said, is Yara buying the apartment for storyline? It's so inconsiderate. Or is this apartment for her family? Ooh, Busola, that's good. That is good. That might be it. That might be it. And she's hiding behind, oh, this could be a place where I can come and stay, while you're away at work. But really, you're going to be paying for my mom's apartment. Oh, we caught you. We caught you, Yara. We caught you. Thank you so much, Tracy. Tracy says, Star family, please subscribe to Nikki's second channel, NikkiStar at Home. Thank you so much. Thank you. Some people said if I was as delusional as Angela, I wouldn't need therapy. Me either. Just delusional. Blue Jay said, I agree, Nikki. Moving to a war zone will put some stress in Yara's family. Then being in a war zone, plus Yara by moving, is taking away a potential home for her family. Yeah. Move them to America. He could do it. I know. The whole side is gone. I feel like this whole side, and these, oh, wait, that one works. But this right here, my clapper, I need that. I got to figure out how to change this battery. I hope he's smart and don't cheat before he can become a citizen. Rowo said you were smacking that noise machine like Angela smacks Michael. Child, he is starting to go toe to toe with her though. He's getting real frustrated, and I just feel like Angela is 2 punches away from getting choked up by Michael, and I don't want that for him because it's not safe for him if he does that. It is not safe for him. Oh, really? On Reddit, they said that it was in Atlanta. Ciao. Let me know if I got some false tea. Miss GG88 said at least 2 years, I think. He needs to wait until he receives his final green card. 2 years. You could do it, Michael. You could do it, Michael. You're right, Mom. My mom said he has an African community in Georgia, so he will be okay. Yeah. Yep. He will be okay. Yeah, go ahead, Mom. Knowing the layout of Georgia. Hey, Missy, how are you? How are you? Tia Bia said, I only started watching this show this season. The way Nikki would drag these people make me want to see it for myself. I'm so sorry you got a dry season. This show used to be so interesting. This season is so dry. The season is so dry. Thank you, Tracy. Tracy said, Star family, please like the video. It helps the channel grow. We're looking to get to 175K by the end of the year. It's fall. We can do it. I know that's right. I know that's right. Let's switch gears and end with Bachelor in Paradise. We're knocking on heaven's door. Almost paradise. I will say, this show, but this is Bachelor in Paradise every year. When it gets close to engagements, it's to, possibly an engagement or leave. Everybody just starts losing it on this show. Everybody starts losing it because everybody is freaking out because nobody is ready to propose to anyone on this show. Nobody is ready. It does not make sense. There is just not enough time. So everybody starts freaking out. And unfortunately, that's when Bachelor in Paradise is its best. But first, let's talk about Gabby and Eric breaking up. Let's talk about Gabby and Eric breaking up, girl. This actually happened a lot faster than I thought. This happened a lot faster than I thought. Hold on. I really did think that they were going to wait the year. Did they do a People magazine cover yet? Because I thought that was going to happen first, and then they were going to break up. I don't remember. I don't remember the People magazine cover. Please let me know. But this is from People magazine. This is Gabby's statement that she made regarding her breakup with Eric. She says, a lot of you are reaching out with questions about me and this is from Eric. A lot of you guys are reaching out about questions about me and Gabby. The reality is that we were ultimately not each other's people. It's hard when there isn't one thing to put your finger on. We met in a very unique situation and in a very unique way, and I'm grateful we did. I would never take it back. He called Gabby an amazing person, and he said that he has learned and grown so much this year from the experiences and mistakes, and that from his experiences and mistakes, and he continues to do better. And this is what Gabby said. She said, for me, it holds a special place because talk about Dancing with the Stars. For me, it holds a special place because I did just go through a breakup. The end of our relationship happened because we weren't completely in step, okay, and in sync with each other on our common goals, or just the way we approach life. We weren't each other's best match. She felt that they weren't aligned and they were not on the same page, a People insider said. And Gabby was hoping they could give each other space and work it out, but ultimately decided that they didn't have a future. I'm not saying these relationships are not real. I am not saying that people don't actually find love on this show. What I am saying is that the last few seasons have been about opportunities for people, which is why I never saw it for Gabby and Eric. There was no passion. The both of them, I felt like, came into this show like this is a platform. And I'm going to get out of this platform what I can. And look at Gabby soaring. I don't think she was ready for marriage. She probably came onto this show wanting to be married or in some kind of relationship when she was on Clayton's season. But then, when she's on her own season, I think she probably realized that this could be a really huge opportunity for her. And then when she came out of the show, she decided to take advantage of those opportunities. And I think that's what every bachelorette should do. I don't know what Rachel is doing. Rachel, what's going on? Who's your agent? Because Gabby is booked and busy. You better ride this wave. You better ride this wave. These 15 minutes are about to be up. We're about to get another bachelorette. Check with your agent and your manager and start getting some bookings. Anyway, I felt like this was a great opportunity for her. And I think she saw the opportunities coming her way and she took those opportunities. Because for me, if you are on this show for marriage and you find a fiance, you leave the show with a fiance, why would you then sign on to not only appear on a show, but compete on the show, but take a tour with the show, and your schedule is going to be locked up for a year? How are you going to work on your relationship if you are in one place and he's in another, and you are all over, touring all over America with this great career opportunity? How does that work? How does that work? It doesn't. It doesn't. And even if they were serious, even if this was, if they really found something, it still would have been impossible because Gabby signed on to, signed on to a really great career opportunity, but there was just no way that she was going to be able to be present to work on her relationship and, put her wedding together. Like, how are you going to do all of that while doing Dancing with the Stars, while touring with Dancing with the Stars, while auditioning for all of these freaking Hallmark movies that you're probably going to be starring in later in the year? Like, it's just, I just didn't see a path for them to really make this work. And I also did not believe that Eric was as into her as she was into him. So listen, good for Gabby. Good for Gabby. Eric, see you in paradise. Speaking of paradise, let's get into it. What's the girl with the overbite? Hold on. Is her name Kate? That's the Australian. This girl right here, I will say, I went on her Twitter and on her Instagram, and she was basically saying that all the stuff she was doing was for the show. She was just like, we're doing these things to entertain you guys, so do not, read too much into it. And I'm gonna give her that. But why did you choose such an awful character? Why did you choose such an awful character? Not only are you playing with Logan's mind, you're tearing him down behind his back whenever you can. And you're making yourself seem like this gold digger, like you were not into American Psycho with the dog, but because he had money, you were acting like that was going to be, the guy that you were going to walk out of here with. But you decided to give Logan your rose, but then you continue to beat this man down. Logan is depressed. And it's because of Kate. You make everything he does a problem. Oh my goodness, this is Zenith. This is Zenith and Cole. Zenith and Cole all over again. Everything he does annoys you. He's too immature. He has a broke iPhone. She cannot stand the fact that his iPhone is cracked. and that he's a dog walker. She cannot stand that about him. She hates the fact that he's 26. She hates the fact that he has roommates. So why are you still here? Why are you still playing in this man's mind, telling him that you wanted him to chase after you and tell you no, don't go on the date? Then when he gets an opportunity to go on a date, you're just like, oh, you're giving me whiplash. I thought we established something. You did establish something, that you cannot stand him, that he is annoying, that you do not like him. I feel so bad for Logan. He is so beat up on that beach. In all of his confessionals, he's just like, I am so tired of being the bad guy. Like, she finds so many things wrong with me. And every time I talk to her, I feel less than when I walked over to sit down with her. And that's sad. And I feel like if the tables were turned, the fan base would have got Kate out of here. I don't like it. I do not like how she talks about that man. So because he's 26 and got a crack iPhone, he's not a good boyfriend material, or like he's just not as good as the other guy who has a weird obsession with his dog. He gives off a tinge of bestiality. I'm not saying that he's doing anything with that animal. I'm saying the way he talks about that dog is a little alarming. And that's who you want to choose because he got some money. Okay, girl. How's the peanut butter? Let's get into Eliza. Eliza, in a series of unfortunate events, she just made one dumb decision after the other. Like one dumb decision after the other. I will give her this, right? She said that she chose Rodney because of peer pressure. She said that everybody was saying how much they loved him, and Lord, we found out. We found out how much everybody loved Rodney. They were breaking down. Andrew was broken, could not be put back together after Eliza sent Rodney home. Like, they were destroyed. Rodney was the sun, moon, and stars in paradise, and nobody recovered from Eliza breaking his heart. So listen, I understand and I believe her when she says that she felt peer pressured to stay with Rodney, because the way they reacted, I was like, oh, I believe you. I believe you. So I get that, right? I get that she felt peer pressured to keep Rodney. But at your big age, you are a grown woman. If you did not want that man, you should have chose the man that you wanted. Because at the end of the day, the only person who looks terrible in this situation is you. And Justin is right there. How you look worse than Justin? How do you look worse than Justin? Again, I am going to stop begging these producers and these casting departments on these reality TV shows to give me black love or black leads. I was begging them. I said, please send a sister down the stairs who will have a storyline where brothers are fighting over her. My God, today, I didn't want this. I did not want this. I was just watching this like it was like a train wreck that just kept on going. That train just kept on reversing and smashing into something else. It was a whole nightmare. I was like, Eliza, stop. Stop. Just be quiet, girl. Just leave. Like, she just made so many terrible decisions. We all knew how this situation was going to end for her, right? So she says that she felt peer pressure. And she wakes up the next day after the rose ceremony crying, breaking down, shaking, get that contour and that foundation just leaking down her chin. And she's just like, I think I made the wrong decision. Everybody told me to pick Rodney, and Rodney's a good guy and I picked him, but I really wanted Justin. So she calls Rodney over and she basically tells him that she made the wrong decision in picking him. Okay, and Rodney, obviously heartbroken. He tries to like fight for her and convince her that he's the one. And then he's like, you know what? Never mind. And he was also going to ask her why she felt like he was the wrong choice, but he was just like, nope, I'm not going to do that. I'm happy for you. And whatever you decide to do, it's okay with me. Like, I wish you well in your life. And then he got up and he told everybody bye. And everybody was like, what? What, Rodney? And he was like, I gotta go. She doesn't want me. And I'm telling you, the way that cast wailed, like they were at a Black Baptist funeral, guttural cries, like from their belly, body shaking, people convulsing, grown men collapsing in the sand, women throwing themselves over the bar, white women turning red, rubbing their eyes, just the salt of the tears just tearing up their skin, removing the foundation. It was a wreck. Everybody was a wreck on that beach when that man left. And you know what, Rodney? Props to you. Props to you because you have such a powerful presence that I'm telling you, it wasn't just the cast. I know that crew was falling out. You have such a powerful presence that when you left, it felt like people's soul left. Like Andrew was no good after you left. Andrew was still crying. He was crying the next day with Eliza. He was just so broken down because the joy of paradise has left. Props to you, Rodney. What a powerful way to walk through the world. What a powerful way to walk through the world. And now that we have established that you have so much power, do not run for president. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Mm-mm. Use that power for good. Use that power. I know you think that you can do good as the president. Mm-mm. Get somebody else to do it, not you. But I just thought that was so amazing that this one man leaves this beach, this experiment, or whatever it is, and everybody is falling out. When I saw Kate's body was shaking, like she was, I'm Rodney. I was like, I didn't even see you talk to him. Messed up, right? So then Eliza, everybody after Rodney left, everybody remembered that Eliza was still there. I'm looking at her like, why are you still here? If Rodney left, go home. Go home. So anyway, she decides that she's going to go after Justin. She's just like, this voice. I want you to grow. By the time you're 33, I want you to grow out of this. Because I'm just saying, ma'am, you can't go through life with that voice. Let's do something better. So anyway, she's just like, I never chase after a guy, but I'm gonna get my man. I'm like, Eliza, let's talk real here. Sister to sister. Sister to sister. Do you talk to your ancestors? Do you have a relationship with them? Like, are you shut off from that part of the Black experience? Because I can look at Justin and my ancestors start screaming, right? I don't know what about him made you think that he would choose you in the real world. Like, how do you not know that he's not choosing you or anybody who looks like you? Like, how do you not know that? How do you not know that? That was so weird to me. I'm like, girl, you don't see it. If you can't see it, you don't feel it. You don't feel it. I just could not understand that. I could not understand that this woman took her new bundles, them blocked ballerina flats, and that bustier to this man's home in Baltimore. Baltimore. I was like, oh, and he in Baltimore, okay? Took herself to Baltimore, knocked on this man's door, and walked in there like she was coming to get her man. What does your community look like? What do your friends look like? And where are they from? Because I just cannot believe that you just didn't feel anything. You didn't sense anything. You didn't hear anything from the ancestors. No, nothing. Nothing told you that you shouldn't walk down his street because if you do, he'll cross the street. Like nothing about that man Like looking at him, you know that you know what? Never mind. You know that the woman he go after look like the Mucinex man. You know that, right? He probably had one of the Mucinex men hiding in the attic, okay? After he done blew her back out, he got you sitting down there acting like there's a hope, there's a possibility. I could not believe it. She was like, oh, I knew that I made the wrong decision. And I just had to come here and, let you know that it's always been you. To Justin was sitting there like, girl, that was for TV. I don't want you. And why are you in my neighborhood? Like, I feel like we all knew. We all knew how this was going to end for her. And when they cut to the scene of her saying, well, I gave it a shot. I did what I needed to do. And then that quick cut of her walking away in them blocked ballerina. Them blocked ballerina satin church shoes, baby. Oh, Eliza, I hope you learn from this. And you know what? There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with making dumb decisions because that's what life is, right? You make dumb decisions and you learn from them and you do better. I hope that this experience will allow you to start tapping into your ancestors or your Black woman's intuition to let you know what kind of man you are you vibing on, to let you know if it's the correct vibe. Because I knew he ain't want you. You ain't know it. You ain't know it. But anyway, after, Justin sends Eliza in her block ballerina flats, her block ballerina shoes, after he sends her clicking and clacking down the streets of Baltimore, we go back to the beach and we have to get into Andrew. So Andrew was absolutely broken, right? Absolutely broken after, can we just be real? Rodney Christ. Rodney Christ. After Rodney Christ left, Andrew was just messed up. He was just messed up and there was nothing that could be done. Poor Jacinia, she tried to make him happy. He just was out of it. But then we get some new girls that come down. I think, was it NC? It was NC and another girl, and then Mara. So NC comes down. She is entertaining Andrew. Andrew's excited about her. Then there's another girl that comes down. I forget her name, but she went after Logan. Kate was playing in Logan's mind and making him feel bad. So Logan, although he wanted to go on a date with her, did not go on the date with her and stayed with Kate. And the girl was just like, oh, okay, well, you know what? Everybody's coupled up here, so I'm going to go. I don't see a connection. How much are they paying them? How much are they paying them? I do not think that these people are crying because they don't have a connection on the beach, right? I think they're crying because them not staying there for a certain amount of time means their check is cut drastically. Because I do not believe that girl was crying because she could not take Logan on a date. Now, that was a money cry. That was a money cry. So she leaves and now it's just NC and then Mara later comes down. But let's get into NC and Andrew. Andrew seems very happy with NC, but Jacinia is going through because she feels gaslit, right? She feels like, I keep on calling him Rodney. She feels like Andrew, just dragged her along. And I can see that. I can see that. She feels like she put a lot into Andrew and he just was not giving her anything or being honest with her about how he really feels. So later in the episode, they have a Sadie Hawkins dance and Andrew takes NC because he has now broken off things with Jacinia. So Jacinia, and I'm on her side with this, right? Jacinia's sitting there because I don't know why you ain't go home, but I get it. Right? So Jacinia is sitting there watching Andrew, who she has now spent weeks with, romancing. dancing with this woman that just walked down the steps, right? Kissing on her, rubbing on her. You know, he's a new person. Everybody's saying he's so happy now with her, while she's sitting here miserable because she just feel like she wasted all her time with this guy who was not that into her and never expressed that to her, right? So she walks over to him and she's just like, I need to talk to you. I need to talk to you. And she basically let him know that she felt like he was playing her, that he strung her along and really didn't, have good intentions with her. But she kept on saying, he's a nice guy, but I don't like what he did to me. Let me tell you something. You do not have to reiterate that somebody is nice or they're a good person when they've done you wrong. You could talk about that hurt that they have done to you, that how they have, crossed you or in some kind of way. And you don't have to also explain that they're a good person. You don't need to give them that. They hurt you. Let's deal with the hurt, right? So while she's saying that to Andrew, NC gets really upset. And I will say, I understood her in the beginning because NC is like, that relationship is done. I'm trying to work on this relationship. You're over here having this deep, intimate conversation with a guy that I am now, kind of sort of dating. So I don't feel comfortable with that. So she went over to Rodney and she keep on calling him Rodney. Andrew, you give me Rodney. So she went over to Andrew, not Rodney Christ, but you give me, like, your name would be Rodney. But anyway, she goes over to Andrew. She's just like, can I just get you out of here? Let's just go. Because she didn't want him to have that conversation with Jacinia. But then Andrew says, oh, I'm good. Let me just handle this and I'll come see you later. That's not good enough for NC. And I'm like, girl, at this point, you've only known him for 24 hours. Calm down. Calm down. She starts cursing. He's telling me to wait. He's going to brush me aside for her. He don't know your middle name. You're doing too much. You're doing too much. So then Jacinia says her piece to Andrew, and then Andrew just blurts out that the reason why he can't really, make it work with anybody is because he, he still has feelings for Teddy. And I immediately went, ew, leave Teddy alone, old man. Like, why are you, circling around this 19-year-old woman? Is she 19 or 20 at this point? And what are you doing? You almost, is he not 30? I think he's 30 or almost 30. What are you doing? Leave her alone. I hate when men steal a woman's 20s. I hate that. Older guys, right? I hate that. Like, you're leaving your 20s or you've been out of your 20s and you want to come here and steal some of the best years from this woman with your craziness. Stay away from her, Andrew. Ew. Ew, ew, ew. Teddy, block him. So after he says that to Jacinia, he's just like, you know what? I just need to leave. I probably just shouldn't be here because I still have feelings for Teddy. And I will say, I don't think that's what Jacinia wanted to hear. I thought Jacinia thought that maybe there would have been some redemption. She didn't want to hear that there was another woman and it wasn't NC, it was Teddy. So there's been another woman before she arrived that was holding space in his heart and in his mind. So when she realized that door was closed, she was just like, yeah, I'm going to go. So Jacinia leaves, right? And I said all that because we needed to build up to the foolishness that happened with Andrew and NC. So NC comes over and Andrew's just like, the way you behaved, the conversation that I had with Jacinia, I'm out. I don't want this. I'm sad again. I was feeling a little happy, but I told you that I handled the situation and you didn't trust me in that and you made a scene. I don't want to be bothered with that. And I respect him. And I respect him because listen, NC, he just met you. Andrew just met you and you were just going full possessive, crazy girlfriend. So I understand him putting, the pause on this relationship and saying, you know what, I'm good on this. So when he decides to leave, NC does not let him. Girl, Andrew made the right choice. Andrew made the right choice. She's like, Andrew, don't. Andrew, don't go. Andrew, don't leave. Andrew, no. I'm like, you've known him for 24 hours. What is happening? I did not understand NC. And I'm like, is this for Andrew or is this for the money? I think it's money. It has to be money because she was just like, please don't leave. Let's stay here. And I'm like, if he told you that he feeling somebody else, if he told you he didn't like how you acted and he just wants to get out of the situation, he's not happy, why are you trying to make this guy stay and be with you unless you need to stay on this beach? That's what I feel like it is. But Nc's behavior was just weird. Weird. She's like grabbing his face and she's like, look at me. Look at me, Andrew. Don't leave. Andrew, no. Andrew, don't do this. Andrew. And he's like, let me go. Andrew was like, let me go, please. Like, let me leave. It was weird. It was weird, NC. I didn't know what was going on with that. Was it the money, sis? How long can you not speak about this show? Or are you going to stay quiet because you still want to stay within Bachelor Nation? Let me know. If you can talk, come on this show because I need to know why you were so aggressive with that man concerning him staying with you on this beach. It could not have been because he was so amazing. There's no way that you found that out in 24 hours. It had to be about the money. So anyway, Andrew leaves and NC just falls apart. And I will say, Flo, unfortunately for me on this show, has been forgettable. But baby, I remember her tonight. She was just like, what is up with her? Flo was like, this is very weird behavior. Like, why is she acting like this? And I was right there with Flo because I did not understand why NC had that reaction. It was just off the wall for me. It was absolutely off the wall. Speaking of off the wall, Aaron and Genevieve, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'm telling you, they are that South Philly high couple who fights every lunch period, but by 4 p.m., they are making out at the bus stop, right? Only to do it all over again the next day. Full on drag out fights, crying, cussing, throwing things, breaking keychains, and then 4 p.m. at the 42 bus stop, they are making out for their lives, like tongue, spit, everything's happening, butt is grabbing. They are all so deep. They are both so deeply in love. But come fifth period, the next day, they'll be fighting like sworn enemies. And that is Genevieve and Aaron. They are just so toxic. These two are not good. And I've already said this before. Genevieve is just so high strung. She needs a chill guy. The problem with her is that Aaron and her have the same temperament. They have the same temperament. They have the same personality. Aaron always matches her energy, and Genevieve can't take that. She cannot take that. She needs somebody who is going to let her have her outbursts and not respond. You need to let Genevieve have an outburst, let her say what she needs to say. And then when she is calmed down from the 90th outburst of the day, then you can have that conversation with her. The problem with Aaron is that he can't stand those outbursts. But you are with a woman who outbursts, like random outbursts, it's her personality trait. Like that's her personality. Random outbursts. So she's fighting with you. Wait a minute, I wrote it down in my notes. They started fighting about how annoyed and stressed are not the same thing. And then they ended with pain and an itch are not the same thing. They were fighting all over the beach, all up and down the beach, and nobody could make any sense of this argument. So Genevieve, because of this petty argument that she's having with Aaron, she decides to leave yet again. And here we are yet again in the on the beach in the stairway. Aaron convincing Genevieve to stay. And I'm watching this like Aaron. Is this relationship just for the show? Because if not, boy, you need to realize that this is going to be your entire relationship. Genevieve is showing you exactly how that relationship is going to go in the real world. Don't ever let her meet your mother. Don't ever let her meet your mother. Your mom will shut that down instantly. You think a mother want to see her son get dragged and stressed out like that? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Mama will shut that down. Your friends will shut that down. Your family who loves you will shut that down. If you want to make it work with her, keep her away from your family. Keep her away from your loved ones. But if this is a TV show relationship, have fun. Have fun. But she is just too high strung. And I do want to say this about Genevieve. Let me go back to Vivi. She said that she did not like the way that Aaron spoke to her, that he was extremely disrespectful. And Genevieve, what I saw was Aaron matching your energy. So if you do not like the fact that Aaron responded to you the way you came at him, then maybe you need to change how you speak to people, because you do not like when people speak to you the way you speak to them. So let's work on you first before trying to change everybody else around you. Let's do that. Little food for thought. Little food for thought. And maybe some melatonin. Maybe you don't have enough melatonin. That's probably what it is. You need some melatonin. Is that what it is? Some melatonin? Yeah, she needs that. She needs that. Anyway, Mara. Mara like the sauce. But you know what, Mara? Let me say this. You lead a lot with like Italian references, right? And every time somebody asks if you're Italian, no, I'm Puerto Rican. Girl, you don't lead with that. You do not lead with that. You are cosplaying Italian. Because even though I know she's Puerto Rican, I'm watching this like, it's giving Goodfellas. Like, what is going on? What is going on? So anyway, she comes to the beach. Nobody cares. Poor thing. Poor thing. She comes to the beach and nobody cares. There's a weird little love triangle between her and one of the twins. And I don't care either. Sorry, sis. Sorry, sis. But glad that you got some screen time. Glad that you got some screen time. What else do I want to talk about? Andrew left. We talked about NC begging Andrew to stay. Oh, my last note for NC is, girl, stand up. Girl, stand up. That's all I wanted to say about this review, about this episode. What do you guys think? Let's get into it. Susan said, Bachelor in Paradise has had too many episodes or something. Don't feel engaged in any of the storylines. Yeah. I think it's just, I think what it is with Bachelor in Paradise, I don't know if it's ever been on at this time, but I feel like everybody is in holiday mode, right? Everybody is trying to do the last bit of work so that they can take a 10-day break for Thanksgiving. And I just don't, and then after that, we go right into Christmas. I think this is always a weird time for any kind of television program because everybody is, trying to get things done because everybody wants to get to, the holidays and the end of the year break. And I just, had I not just binge watched this on Hulu, I probably wouldn't have did a live tonight. There's so much going on. Megan said the People magazine cover was only a photo shoot of Gabby and Rachel together. It didn't include Eric or Tino. Ciao. Blue Jay, Brandon and Serene. Fun stunt couple. Well, they seem like they're going to that place because Brandon said to Serene, he asked her, he said, are you excited about getting engaged? And I'm like, Serene, absolutely not. Serene, no. Date him in the real world, girl. This show was so weird to me because I could never, I could not fathom getting engaged to somebody without them meeting my family, without me meeting their family, without me meeting their friends group, right? Without me seeing their finances or their apartment or especially their bathroom. That's so crazy to me. Brandon was like, you're ready? You're ready to get engaged? Yeah. And Serena's like, yeah. Girl, what? And y'all are not young. They're young, but I'm like, y'all not 19. Y'all not Teddy. For me to be like, oh my gosh, do better, guys. Come on. You know what I mean? Y'all grown. And I'm like, y'all too grown to be this dense. Too grown to be this dense. Hey, Busola. Busola says, speaking of Hallmark, has everyone heard that Candace Burr left Hallmark to do a more family friendly channel because Hallmark became too progressive because they had one lesbian. Oh, she's a dummy. She's a dummy. I would never let a Hallmark check pass by me. She's crazy. She's crazy. Um, but listen, she opened the door for another actress, so child, good luck. Good luck. Susan also said, it's too bad they didn't show more examples of why Rodney was the sun, the moon, and the stars. Everyone other than he is nice. It just seems like he was just, the Papa Bear. He just kept everybody together. It seems like he was just a great encourager, and people just felt good being around him. Blue Jay said, Eliza and Rodney seemed like a cute, sweet couple, similar to Teddy and Rodney. Yeah, I can see that. Miss Broshika said, I believe Eliza too. They had some real groupthink on that beach, but don't play yourself by admitting it over and over again. Yeah. And listen, my thing with Eliza, I checked out with her when she tried to make Rodney the bad guy because he didn't stop her from going on that date with Justin. When I'm like, girl, you wanted to go on the date. And she was just being so nasty to him. And she's just like, I wanted you to tell me now. I wanted you to stop me. No, we're not doing that no more. That crazy mess. Like, how the hell is he going to read your mind? Stop that. Stop that. Communicate. Communicate. Hey, Amirio. Amirio said, LOL, I think that shows how good of a person Rodney is because everyone was distraught. They were on the floor. He absolutely is a great guy, and he deserves better, and he deserves to be the Bachelor. Can't believe it. Oh, I have decided that I will be reviewing the new season of The Bachelor, but it will be all spoilers. Every episode, we're talking about whatever Reality Steve or Reddit said. I don't care about that Bachelor, so I am going to spoil it. No, I'm not going to spoil it, but we're just going to be talking about all the spoilers. Why not? Why not? He never liked her, Amirio. He just wanted to stay on the show. That show is paying them people some money because they are breaking down when they have to leave. And it is not because they found love on that beach. Ciao. Hey, Unique. Unique said Miss Eliza about to get the F around and find out chart. She sure is. I can't wait for that reunion. I can't wait for that reunion because the way that cast cried and fell apart, they're gonna read her for filth. They're gonna read her for filth. Eliza, get your Candace napkins because you're gonna be doing some crying. You sent home Rodney Christ, child. Hey, Faith. Faith said NC was giving me Cocoa for Cocoa Pops energy. It's been less than a week. Like, it was too much. It was too much. Wait, I thought that Teddy was 19. Hold on. Wasn't she 19? That's a young 26. Teddy is 19. Or freshly 20. She's 26? Oh, what? I had no idea. Who the hell told me that Teddy was 19? Oh my goodness, this whole season I thought Andrew was a predator. Forgive me, Andrew. I apologize. Go get your woman. Go get your woman. What a turnaround. Faith said NC begged that man to say when he told her to her face, his heart and mind was with another woman. Sis literally was holding that man down. Red flag if I ever saw one. When he told her, please let me go, I was like, oh, where is security? Where is security? Oh my goodness. Where is security? Miss Brown Chicken said, Genevieve seems to know this ain't no good, but can't find her way out of it. She looked defeated. Yeah, I think that Genevieve just really wants to have a hot guy, right? And Andrew is the hot, popular guy. And I think Aaron is the hot, popular guy. And I think she just wanted to be on his arm. I think she really liked Justin, but Aaron was a safe space for her. Um, hey Robin. Robin said, I don't know. I used to love Aaron. Now I just can't with him. People keep saying they're arguing, but all I hear is Aaron being aggressive with Genevieve. She seems cowed. What that mean? Cowed. Let me know, Robin. I don't see that. I just feel like Aaron is matching her energy. I feel like Aaron is matching her energy. But I hear you and I respect your perspective. Robin said, I don't know. He kept saying she was yelling at him, but I didn't hear Genevieve raise her voice. Also, where was the car? Why did they just let her leave already? Because, like if you call Genevieve's bluff, she's going to fold because Genevieve never makes it to the car. Never makes it to the car. Her stuff is packed every day because she wants to have a temper tantrum in a scene. Oh my goodness. Susan said, what did you think of Rachel and Gabby bad mouthing Logan, or was that covered? Thank you for bringing it up, Susan. I didn't cover it. I didn't like that. I just felt like this was a pile on Logan, and it just wasn't fair. I'm like, Rachel, you're still holding a grudge. Girl, it was so long ago. You done got engaged, and you know what I mean, to a terrible suitor for you. But let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Like, why are you gonna tell that girl that he's terrible? Knowing that girl is already bad mouthing him. I don't like it. I don't like it. And I hope he gets them all together at the reunion. JL said, I imagine I'd be a bad and cranky I'd be a bad and cranky version of me in Bachelor in Paradise. I could not do the combination of sand, humidity, makeup, residue, in a shared bathroom for more than 2 days. I'll be right there with you. I'd be right there with you. What's up, Black Gal? Black Gal said they're giving couples a chance to get married at the time for proposals. Yeah, and I hope that Brandon and Serene do not do that. I hope that they do not do that. I think they will absolutely get engaged. I hope that they do not get married. Blue Jay said, Love Island was talking about Johnny and Victoria, but I guess they do apply too. Well, these shows, they cheat off of each other. Metamorphosis said, hey, Nikki, is it me or does Serene literally look like Michelle spit her out? Like they look so much alike, it's insane. Methinks Brandon is not over Miss Shelly Shell. Yeah, they do look a lot alike. They do look a lot alike. Susan said, last year's couples, Mari and Kenny are still together, and Joe and Serena are married. Also, Becca and Thomas, Noah and Abigail, and Chris and Elena. Who's that? Not sure if I don't know those last two. I do not know those last two. But yeah, we do have success in Paradise. We do have success. Joe and Serena, man. Ah, Serena. Mm, mm, mm. Wendy said, getting married without doing a deep dive on the person is insane. Like, I need to know if you walk around your house in your outside shoes. Yes. Or do you walk around the house naked, and do you sit on the furniture naked? Right? Right? Do you pee on the toilet seat? Like, we got to talk about those things. We have got to talk about those things. I do not know. I thought that, I don't know. One of y'all told me that she was 19. Right? I am so sorry, Andrew. Please forgive me. Thank you so much, Tracy. Tracy said, Star family, please like, comment, subscribe, and share because you care. And hit that notification button. Thank you. Oh, we're doing it. I am spoiling every episode. Let's go. Let's go. Tracy said, shout out to the NikkiStar replay gang. Did I just do this? We'll do it again. Please remember to like the video, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and share the channel to your social medias. Thank you. My first review will be this week, and it will be for Black Panther. Black Panther. There's a few shows on Netflix that I want to look into, and then I was looking on Amazon. Let me know. You know what? You guys too. Send me your recommendations for scripted TV shows and movies that you would like for me to watch and review. Let me know, and I will And I'll do that for you guys. Busola said, did the contestants get tortured by the producers this season? They seem more unhinged than usual. I hope they're okay. Yeah, I agree. I agree. They seem to be off the wall. JL said, a side note, talking about 19. Has anybody listened to Taylor Swift? Coulda, shoulda, woulda. The message is so sad. I have not. I have not. But shout out to the Swifties. Shout out to the Swifties. Y'all shut down Ticketmaster. Blue Jay said, how much do you estimate or think they do get paid? Because I do believe there are people who will ruin their entire life for less than 2 pennies. You know what? I didn't think that they got paid a lot, but now I'm like, are y'all getting 10 G's an episode? Like, what is going on? The way NC reacted, the way that people were reacting, if they did not get a match and they hadn't been there for that long, they must be throwing money at them. Okay, thank you, Robin. Robin said, cow me. Oh, okay. So, like, coward means like she was meek. I just didn't hear her raising her voice. I may have had to watch it back, but I can't lose any more brains. Any more brain cells listening to that argument. From what I remember, because I just watched it, she screamed at him about annoyed and stressed not being the same thing. He yelled back at her that it is, and that's when she walked off. That couple, oh my goodness, like terrible in real life, but great for like a sitcom. They are a great sitcom couple. Great. Everybody talks about Succession. Everybody talks about Succession. I may look into it depending on how many seasons they have. If they have a lot of seasons, absolutely not. I need something that I could binge watch in one season to be caught up. But I just, if they got multiple seasons, I'm checked out. I'm checked out. Onika said they better wait. They are so good together. They are. Brendan and Serene should enjoy their engagement. I think so too. I think so too. Yeah, I felt like I waited long enough. I felt like I waited long enough. It's time to do a review. It's time to do a review. I think a lot of people were talking before Bachelor in Paradise Unique. Rodney and Eliza and was talking before Paradise, and she was also talking to Justin. They all do that. It can't be 2K per week. They cannot be flipping out over that 2K. That tax 2K. That LA tax 2K. Child, you'll be leaving out of that off that beach for $20 in the EBT card. Get out of here. It has to be more than that. It has to be more than that. Oh, they're doing it again? Oh, that show's going to be messy. That show's going to be messy. I can't wait for them to do it. I cannot wait for them to do it. NTR said, I just finished Hulu's Honest Collective, Reasonable Doubt. It was really good. Would rewatch it for your reviews. Oh, thank you. I do want to check that out because my girl Miyatsi is in that. So I do want to check that out. I do want to check that out. Lisa said, hey, the economy is rough. These folks in Bachelor Nation's got their hours. They got to do what they got to do. They got to do what they got to do. I want to get JL, then one more, and we'll get out of here. JL said, it's about her wishing a much older guy, John Mayer, allegedly should have rejected her feelings when she was 19. See? This is what I'm saying. Oh my goodness. And young women, I'm telling you, I've been there. It's cute, right? It's like, oh my goodness, this older guy wants me. Don't do it. You will regret giving your youth to an older guy because you'll look back and be like, that fool manipulated the hell out of me. Don't do it. Don't do it. Can you do DC? What's DC? Destiny's Child? Because you can't be talking about the comics. Girl, you know I'm a Marvel hoe. I'm a Marvel hoe. I can't disrespect Marvel like that. Oh my goodness. Why are they freaking out like that? Chani, I can't cry. I cannot cry. It's like 3 weeks before my birthday. I can't. I gotta wait till after. Everybody that I know who has watched that has fallen out crying, and I can't. Not right now. I'm already mad emotional. I can't do it. I didn't want to say, but that's next. We are absolutely getting into Killer Sally. We are absolutely getting into Killer Sally. So look for Black Panther, and Killer Sally will be right after that. Right after that. Yeah, is it the comics? Because I'm a Marvel hoe. Let me know. Let me know. Yeah, see, nope, nope. I'll watch it on December 6th. But not right now, girl. Not right now. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Oh, okay. Yeah, I have to check out that new season. I like that. I'll look into that. I will absolutely. Oh, the sins of our mother. Oh, that sounds good. The sins of our see, listen, stuff like this, Killer Sally. I didn't even know what that was about, but the title got me. I said, Killer Sally, I'm in. I'm in. And the sins of our mother. I will look into that. And let me know if you guys have any shows that you want me to watch on Hulu, Amazon Prime, and I got Paramount for a minute. Get me while you can, because when that subscription expires, I'm out. I can't pay for anything else. I can't pay for anything else. Yes, Drewski, how do you not know that? Yes. Yes. I was born, and then Jesus was born 20 days after. Of course. Of course. Yes. All right. Thank you guys for the suggestions. Please keep on sending them to me. Write them in the comment sections of this video or hit me up on Instagram. Yeah, hit me up on Instagram and I'll check out your suggestions. But Black Panther and Killer Sally is next. And I'm gonna look into Sins of Our Mother. That sounds good. That sounds good. Oh, I'm seeing Ghost. Okay. I'll look into it. Night family. Night Drewski. Hey, December 1st. What's up? What's up? The Sagittarius is in the building. Thank you all so much, Star family. I always have a good time with you guys. Let me get out of here. I gotta catch up on some other shows, and then I'll be doing a bunch of reviews tomorrow at random times because I also have a prior commitment. But I have some stuff that I'm going to do a mixture of lives and recorded reviews, just because we're getting into the Thanksgiving craziness. We're getting into the Thanksgiving craziness, and I know that you guys are not really into the home channel stuff. Like all of you who come here for the reviews, not everybody is into that. But when some of my lives will probably have a turkey or macaroni and cheese in the background, because I'll probably be in the kitchen during these reviews. It's too much going on, baby. I don't have time to sit down in front of my background. We'll be back to our kitchen reviews. Anyway, I love you guys. I'll see you soon for something else. Have a good night or good morning or good afternoon, wherever you may be. Thank you so much for joining me. Please make sure you like the video, and we'll be together again. I was about to sing something. There's something on my spirit. What is that? So long, farewell to you, my friends. Goodbye for now until we meet again. Hey, love y'all.